Hello friends, this is our fifth lecture on electromagnetic induction. We already finished the chapter. In this lecture we have to discuss about some multiple choice questions as well as numericals. Let us consider, choose the correct options. First one is there, a circular coil of 100 tons with a cross sectional area A of 1 square centimeter is kept with its plane perpendicular to the magnetic field of 1 Tesla. What is the magnetic flux linked with the coil? We know that magnetic flux equal to NAB cos of theta. And here, number of turns are given 100, area is given 1, magnetic induction is 1, and angle between a magnetic field and area vector. Look here, plane is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Here plane is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Then area vector should be parallel. That's why we can take here angle between area vector and magnetic field is 0 because both are in the same direction. So 100 into 1 into 1 into cos of 0. Then what is your answer? It is 100 Weber. This is your answer. Okay. Thereafter we go through second one. A conductor of rod of length L moving with velocity v in a direction normal to the magnetic field. What will be magnitude of induced EMF between ends of the moving conductor? We know that the magnitude of magnetic induction or magnetic field B equals to BLV sin of theta. Then one thing should be there. The length of the rod is normal to the magnetic field. So BLV sin theta means B is here BLV sin 90. Sin 90 is 1. So that's why we get answer BLV directly. Then third one, inductor coil with inductance 10 millihenry and 20 millihenry are connected in series. What is the resultant inductance of a combination of two coils? We know that when inductors are connected in series, then their resultant inductor is equal to sum of individual inductance. Then 10 millihenry plus 20 millihenry means your answer is 30 millihenry. Very simple numerical. It is just like as a resistor. A current through the coil of self-inductance L is given 10 millihenry, increases from 0 to 1 in 0.1 second. What is the induced EMF? Look here, we know that the magnitude of induced EMF equal to L di by dt. L is what? 10 millihenry means 10 into 10 raised to minus 3 Henry. Current changes from 0 to 1 means 1 minus 0 means 1. Means 10 into 10 raised to minus 3 means 10 raised to minus 2 at numerator divided by dt means 0.1 mean 10 raised to minus 1 mean final answer is 10 raised to minus 1 volt. 10 raised to minus 1 volt means 0.1 volt. This is your answer. Simple numericals are there. What is the energy required to build up a current 1 ampere in an inductor of 20 millihenry? Then energy, formula of energy is half Li square. L is 20 into 10 raised to minus 3. Current is 1 and half is there. 20 upon 2 means 10 into 10 raised to minus 3. Means 10 raised to minus 2 is the answer. 10 raised to minus 2 means your answer is, here I is 1, 10 raised to minus 2, here 10 millijoule. Minus 10 raised to minus 2 joule means 10 millijoule simply. Millijoule should be there. Answer should be, what is the required? L I. I square L is 20 into 10 raised to minus 2 means 10 into 10 raised to minus 2 Here 10 millijoule is the answer, not a 20 millijoule. This is not the answer. This is the answer. Thereafter, we are going forward very straight way. Means here 0.01 Henry means 10 milli direct. Okay. Thereafter, we go through numerical number 4. According to your book, horizontal wire 20 meter long extending from east to west means east to west. In this direction, we consider in this direction. Here in this direction, and falling with velocity v 10 millisecond normal to the Earth's magnetic field. Mean Earth magnetic field is from south to north, and means horizontal we consider, and this 20 meter rod is falling through the Earth's magnetic field. What will be the induced EMF? Then we know that L equal to 20, V is 10, and Earth's magnetic field is 0.5 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. It is always north-south direction, south to north direction actually. Theta is 90 degree. Then what is your formula? Straight away, BLB sin theta. B is 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 4, 20 into 10 sin of 90. Because Earth's magnetic field is in this direction. Length of the rod and Earth's magnetic field are perpendicular, so sin 90 is taken. And thereafter we get 0.01 volt or 10 millivolts. This problem is just similar to previous one. Thereafter, we go through another numerical. A metal disc is made to spin 20 revolutions per second. Frequency is given. And about an axis passing through a center and normal to its plane. The disc has a radius of 30 centimeter. Radius of the disc is given. Mean R equal to 30 centimeter, mean 0.3 meter. And normal to its plane. The disc has a radius 30 centimeters, spin in uniform magnetic field 0.2 Tesla. Magnetic field is also given 0.2 Tesla or 0.20 Tesla, which is parallel to the axis of rotation. Calculate the area swept per second by the radius of the disc. Look here, frequency of revolution is 20 revolution in 1 second. Then 20 is the frequency. So, in one revolution, how much area is swept by the disk? In one revolution, area swept by the disk is pi r square. But here, L is the radius of the disk is taken as a L, mean pi L square is there. Area swept in one revolution. And for 20 in 1 second, how many revolutions are there? 20 revolutions are there. So you can take here total area swept in 1 second, its frequency into area swept in one revolution. So F into pi L square. So F is 20, 3.142 into 0.3 square. So area after calculation it is 0.3 means 0.09 and here we can take 1.8 and thereafter calculation 5.6556 square meter. Then another question is which asks the flux cut per second by the radius of the disk. Then this much amount of area is, how much area is served? This much amount of. So flux cut can be taken as B into area swept, cos of 0. Because area vector and magnetic field are in the same direction. So cos 0 is taken here. Thereafter we go through 0.20, 5.656, 6556 into 1. So you can take here 1.13112 Weber. Only you have to write answer 1.13, it's enough. And thereafter, third thing asks the induced EMF in the disk. As area is swept, the flux changes, that's why EMF is induced. Induced EMF in disk, we know the formula half B omega L square. Magnetic induction is taken as a 0.20. Omega means it is a 2 pi f. So you can take here, directly you can take here 40 into 3.142 and thereafter 0.3 upon 2 and after calculation you get 1.31311 volt. This is the induced EMF. Directly you can take flux per unit area also you can take here. This is the answer. Thereafter, we go through another thing, another numerical. A pair of adjacent cells has a mutual inductance of 1.5 Henry. If the current in one coil changes from 0 to 10 volt, mutual inductance, in 0.2 second, what is the change in flux linkage with the other? Mutual inductance is given 1.5 Henry. Current changes is given 10 minus 0 means 10 ampere in time 0.2 second. d phi by dt to be calculated, E equal to d phi by dt, m di by dt. This is our formula. Mutual inductance is 1.5 into 10 upon 0.5. Your answer is 75 Weber per second. Very easy numericals are there. Thereafter, we go through another numerical. A long solenoid consists of 1.5 into 10 raised to 3 turns per meter. Mean number of turns per meter is 1.5 into 10 raised to 3 turns per second. Per meter, sorry, here per meter should be there, not a second is there. Now, has an area of cross section 25 square centimeter. Mean 25 square centimeter, convert it into square meter. Mean 25 into 10 raised to centi stands for -2 and square means -4 square meter. A coil consisting of 150 turns, number of turns of the coil are 150, is wound tightly around the center of the solenoid. Calculate the current, calculate for a current of 3.0 ampere in the solenoid. Current is given 3.0 ampere. The magnetic flux density at the center of the solenoid. You have to calculate magnetic flux density means magnetic field. Flux density means flux per unit area, and it is nothing but the magnetic field. Then B equal to pi upon A you have to calculate, as well as the flux linkage in the coil C, d phi to be calculated, and as well as a induced EMF, average induced EMF in the coil if the current in the solenoid reverse in the direction in a time of 0.5 second. Mean time is given. Let us see the magnetic field inside the along the axis of solenoid B equal to mu 0 n. So mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 raised to -7, and number of n is number of turns per unit length, mean it is 1.5 into 10 raised to 3 into current is taken 3.0. After calculation, it is 5.6556 into 10 raised to -3 Tesla. This is your answer for magnetic field inside the solenoid. Then magnetic flux is nothing but the number of NBA cos of theta. But look here again, theta is 0 because magnetic field and plane of the solenoid are perpendicular. So along the axis, area vector is there and magnetic field in the same direction. So NBA cos theta means cos 0. You can take directly NBA. Number of turns are 150. How we can calculate this number of turns? You know the length is there, N upon L. Here NBA 150, 5.6 length of the solenoid is given, should be there. Calculate the flux of the solenoid, and thereafter 150 into 5.6 into area is given 25 into 10 raised to -2. After calculation, you can take here LC is given 150, 2.12 into 10 raised to -3 Weber. Okay, this is the answer. Thereafter, induced EMF can be taken as E equal to d phi by dt, which is equal to 2 into 2.12 into 10 raised to -3 upon 0.5. dt is taken 0.5. And thereafter, you can take directly reversal. Current is reverse, means it goes in this direction and again comes here. So it is 2 is taken. So it is 8.48 into 10 raised to -3 volt. This is your answer. Simple numericals are there. Thereafter, we go through another numerical. A surge coil having 2000 tons with area 1.5 square centimeter is placed in a magnetic field of 0.60 Tesla. The coil is moved rapidly out of the field in time 0.2 second. Calculate the induced EMF across the surge coil. Mean number of turns are given, area swept is given. How much? 1.5 into square centimeter means 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square. Magnetic field is given 0.160 Tesla. dt is given 0.2 second. So you can take here E equal to NB dA by dt. Then N is 2000 into 0.6 into 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 upon 0.2. After calculation, it can be carried out 0.9 volt. This is your answer. Another numerical we go through. An aircraft of wingspan 50 meter, mean distance between ends of the wings is 50 meter, mean length is given, length of the conductor is given, L equals to 50, flies horizontally in Earth's magnetic field. The length of the coil is 6 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla at a speed of 400 meter per second. Velocity is given, magnetic field is given, Earth's magnetic field. Horizontally, calculate the EMF generated between the tips of the wings. Actually, it is kept horizontally means Earth's magnetic field, it is kept in east-west direction. So, length of the conductor is in east-west direction, Earth's magnetic field is south-north direction. They are perpendicular to each other. So, you can take here E equal to BLV sin theta. Sin theta means sin 90. B is taken. Magnetic field of the Earth is 6 into 10 raised to minus 5. It is the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field into 50 into 400 sin of 91.2 volt. This is your answer. Thereafter, we go through another numerical. A stiff semicircular wire of radius r rotated in uniform magnetic field B about an axis passing through its end. If the frequency of rotation of wire is F, calculate the amplitude of alternating induced EMF in the coil. It is a theoretical numerical. When a semicircular wire is rotated in uniform magnetic field, effective area in one revolution is similar to the rod. Means suppose look this semicircular wire, when it rotates in one revolution, when it rotates just like it from here to here, then the one revolution is similar to length of rod of length equal to diameter. Means this much amount of effective area should be there. This is mean area of the diameter. Thereafter, sorry, okay, let's see. And this much is there. Now, in one revolution is similar to length to rod of length equal to diameter of the loop. So, induced EMF equals to what? U wire half B omega L square. B omega L is nothing but the diameter. So, diameter means 2r, double the radius, 2r square. So, you can take here 2b, omega is taken as 2 pi f r square. So, 4 pi b f r square. This is a theoretical problem. Actually, when this circular, that means semicircular wire rotates, effective area should be a diameter, even if it is a total. Thereafter, we go through another one, another numerical. Calculate the value of induced EMF between the ends of the axle of a railway carriage. 1.75 meter. Means axle means along the axis two wheels are there. Distance between these two wheels is actually 1.75. The rod is connected to these wheels. This rod is the axle. It is traveling on a level ground with uniform velocity 50 km per hour. The vertical component of Earth's magnetic field is given 5 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. I mean, look here, magnetic field is vertically upwards and this rod is just like else. Thereafter, you can take here in the wings example, same thing is there. Length of the rod is 1.75, velocity is 50 km per hour, means 50 into 5 by 18 meter per second after calculation. And thereafter BV is taken, vertical component of Earth's magnetic field is given. In the last problem, means fly wings problem, means look this problem, here also vertical component of Earth's magnetic field should be there. It is not mentioned in the numerical, but it should be there. By mistake, I am taking a horizontal component. Exactly same numerical is there. E equal to 0. E equal to E to be calculated. E is BLV because this rod is just like a vertical component is vertically upwards, means they are perpendicular. Length of the rod and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. So you can take here, means you can take BLV sin theta, means sin 90. So B is taken 5 into 10 raised to minus 5. Length of the rod is 1.75 into 50 into 5 by 18. Directly I am taking, not converted it. And thereafter, after calculation, 12.15 into 10 raised to minus 5. Rearranging the terms, this 5 is significant figure, 122 is taken directly, and 12 means here 0.1215 into 10 raised to minus 3 according to your book. And 1215, 5 gets converted into 2, means 1.122 millivolt. This is the answer is given in your book. That's why it is converted. No need to convert it. Keep as it is. It is given. Okay. Thereafter, we go through another numerical. The value of mutual inductance of two coils, 10 millihenry. If the current in one coil changes from 5 to 1 ampere in 0.2 seconds, calculate the value of induced EMF in the other. Also calculate the value of induced charge passing through the coil of resistance 5 ohm. Then mutual inductance of the coil is given 10 millihenry, means 10 into 10 raised to minus 3 or 10 raised to minus 2 henry. A change in current is 5 minus 1 means 4 ampere. Time is given 0.2 second. R is given 5 ohm. Thereafter, you have to calculate induced EMF and charge also. So, induced EMF equal to M di by dt. So, you can take here 10 raised to minus 2 into di is a 4 upon 0.2 volt. Very simple numerical is there. But by Ohm's law, we know that EMF induced equal to I into R. But I is what? dq by dt into R. So, dq equals to what? E dt upon R. Directly you can take. And thereafter you can take here E is 0.2 into 0.2 dt, change in time, and thereafter 5 means 0.008 coulomb or 8 into 10 raised to minus 3 coulomb or 8 minus 3 means millicoulomb. This is your answer. Thereafter we go through another numerical, number 13, an EMF of 96 millivolt, milli means minus 3, is induced in the windings of coil when the current in nearby coil is increases at the rate of 1.20 ampere per second. What is the mutual inductance? You have to calculate the mutual inductance. Reverse problem is there. 96 millivolt induced EMF 96 into 10 raised to minus 3 volt. Di by dt equal to 1.20 ampere per second. You have to calculate mutual inductance. So directly same problem is there. E equal to M di by dt, but you have to calculate the mutual inductance. That's why you can take here M equal to E di by dt. But here E is 96 into 10 raised to minus 3 and di by dt is 1.20, and after calculation it is 80 into 10 raised to minus 3 or 80 millihenry. This is your answer. A long solenoid of length L and cross section area A having number of turns N1. Say it is a primary coil, has a small coil N2 turn, say secondary coil, wound about its center. Determine the mutual inductance between the two coils. Due to current I, magnetic field in coil 1 is B1 equal to mu 0 N1 I1. Simply, N1 means number of turns per unit length, means N1 upon L is the length. Okay, due to B1 flux link with the coil 2. Then flux link with the coil 2 is the phi 2 N2 B1A, assuming that cos theta is 0. So you can take here N2 B1A, N2 into B1 is given mu 0 N1 upon L into I1 into A, and thereafter you can take here mu 0 N1 into A upon L into L2, or you know that mu 0 N1 N2 upon A is L, so you can take here M into I1. Here we assume M equal to mu 0 N1 N2 A upon L. This is the mutual inductance. Okay, here comparing. Here you can take phi 2 equal to this much into length, so you can take here directly. Here current is there and M is there, so you can take here M equal to mu 0 N1 N2 upon A upon I. This is your final answer. Theoretical numerical is that. Thereafter we go through another numerical. The primary and secondary coil of transformer each have an inductance of 200 into 10 raised to minus 6 Henry. The mutual inductance M between the windings is 4 into 10 raised to minus 6 Henry. What is the percentage of flux from one coil reaches the other? Means here inductance is given 200 into 10 raised to minus 6 Henry and mutual inductance is given 4 into 10 raised to minus 6 Henry. Then you have to calculate percentage of flux from one coil reaches the other. Percentage of flux equal to M upon L into 100. So you can take here mutual inductance is 4 into 10 raised to minus 6 upon 200 into 10 raised to minus 6 into 100. After calculation, you get 2%. 17 number. A uniform magnetic field BT means change with time. Means magnetic field is a function of time. Pointing upwards fills a circular region of radius. Yes, in horizontal plane. If B changes with time, find the induced EMF in the field. So E equal to minus d phi by dt minus dBA by dt. Flux is a B into A. And thereafter circular region is taken, means area is a pi r square. But here radius is yes given. So you can take here pi square. So minus dB by dt, and flux changes means magnetic field changes means d minus dB by dt into pi square. This is your answer. Thereafter, we go through numerical number 16. A toroidal ring made from the bar of length L 1 meter and diameter d 1 centimeter is bent into a circle. Length is 1 meter, diameter d is 1 centimeter, 1 into 10 raised to minus 2, radius is given 5 into 10 raised to minus 3. How we can take it? 1 upon 2 means 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 2 means decimal shifted 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter for convenience. And thereafter it wound tightly 100 tons per centimeter. Mean number of tons are 100 tons per centimeter. Convert it into meter means 100 tons divided by centi converted into meter means 10 raised to minus 2. 100 upon 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to minus 2 goes upward. So 100 into 10 raised to 2 means 10,000 tons per meter. Okay. Thereafter a current is given. If the permeability of bar equals to free space mu 0, calculate the magnetic field inside the bar when the current circulating through the turn is 100 ampere. Current is given. Also determine the self-inductance. mu naught permeability of the free space is given. You have to calculate the magnetic field inside the bar as well as self inductance. Magnetic field inside the toroidal coil is mu 0 Ni. So N is given directly, and then mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. N is calculated as 10,000 into I is 100. So you can take directly after calculation 1.2568 Tesla. And thereafter, a self-inductance of the coil is N phi B upon T, or you can take directly d phi by dt, N phi B upon I, here you can take here directly N is nothing but number of turns. You know that small n equal to number of turns per unit length. That's why you can take N is directly NL, and magnetic flux is B into A. But area is a pi r square because it is a ring. That's why you can take here NLB pi r square upon I. And thereafter, substituting these values, you get here 10,000 into 1 into 1.2568 into 3.142 into 5.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 square after upon 100. And after calculation, you get here 9.872 into 10 raised to minus 3 Henry or 10 millihenry. I think this is all about numericals as per concern to our deleted syllabus. Some numericals are omitted because they are beyond the scope of your syllabus. Then this is all about numericals and MCQs and all about the chapter electromagnetic induction. Today it's enough. Have a good day. Thank you.